Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I am your host, Ryan. It's bloody good to have you guys here. Headphone Gamer Dent is in the building. Got some bad news for you guys. Racism has officially ended. I know, it sucks, but we died on the hardcore Ironman last night. There's a video on my channel, which I'll link down below. It's 30 seconds of me getting blasted off the map by Zarfus, because I'm a dickhead. There's no better way to explain it. So because of this tragedy, there is no question of the week this week for Rune News for you to leave in the comment section down below, liking and subscribing while you're down there, of course. Instead, just a fat F in the chat to pay respects to racism would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. We are officially 2 weeks away from the release of Leagues 4 Trailblazer Reloaded. And if you haven't played Leagues before and you don't know what it's about, I highly recommend you do some research and play it, because it is some of the best content Jagex has to offer for you as an old school Runescape player. For this week, we have forestry tweaks, security, and more, with 30 minutes of downtime, which is already over, thankfully. So we get straight back into the game with forestry tweaks. The padded spoons were giving mining XP while people were crafting them. You were able to buy like the pouches or something, or whatever they're called, the pillows, and you could get mining XP, and it was actually really quick mining XP, just incredibly expensive. It was on the same level as like doing enhanced crystal keys. It wasn't worth the money, but now it's actually crafting XP, because I believe that was an oversight by Jagex. The beehive changes are here as well. Forestry's buzziest event, my bad, just got even better. As of today's update, you'll randomly obtain sturdy beehive parts from the beehive event, which can be used to construct a beehive in your very own big plant space in your house. Like anyone gives a shit. We've got the poacher's eggs as well. You've been perplexing those pesky poachers. Oh yeah, this is good. So basically, my mate's been doing this over at Sears Village Yew Trees. As the poachers spawn, you open the door to the church and they walk in the church. Everyone goes in to do the trap. You shut the door on the players and everyone gets stuck inside. They can't get the poachers event done. It's awesome. Unfortunately, they've now fixed that, because that was the highlight of my week, watching that happen. So that's unfortunate for everyone out there, but you know, it was bound to happen, so good job to Jagex. Other forestry tweaks. First off, we fixed the bug where XP bonuses from the felling axes weren't stacking as expected with the lumberjack outfit. Oh, that's not good. Good thing they fixed it now, though. They've removed all mentions of teas and tea brewing from the description of leaves, which is good. Speaking of descriptions, we've updated the text on the Twitch's gloves to be more accurately reflect that they are a stackable item. Used on, okay, who cares? Anyways, no one gives a fuck about typos. Let's talk about the Jagex account benefits. You guys know the benefits. Basically, if you don't have a Jagex account, you're a lot more like prone to being hacked. Quite infinitely more, especially since you don't even have case-sensitive passwords. Don't believe me? Type your password in without using your shift key or your caps lock, and you'll still log in. It's not a good look. Get your Jagex account. You need to have a Jagex account, in my opinion. It just helps a lot. And you get fancier boots now. They've mixed the two boots in the stronghold to one big pile of shit. So go grab yourself some fancier boots if you give enough of a shit. And now you have the count check, which is a brand new random event, bringing us brand new ways to gain XP. More XP, which means less time spent training fire making. What does that mean? Count check is a random event that'll pop up and check your account. If you do not have a Jagex account and a bank pin, he's going to give you a book and fuck off. If you do have a Jagex account and a bank pin, you're going to get an XP lamp just like the genie. Win-win. Absolutely zero downsides to that part of the game. Big fan of the new random event. Free XP from Jagex. Let's talk about Trailblazer 4. Trailblazer Reloaded launches November 15, which is massive. What we've got here, we've got an advent calendar over the next 2 weeks. Jagex is going to leak something about each league, which will help you guys pretty much put your plan in place for leagues. If you already have a plan in place for Leagues 4, this is about to fuck you up big time, because your plan's going to go out the fucking window more than likely. Prediction. I think what's going to happen, this is a prediction, okay? For those idiots on Twitter that is, you said something about Dragon Hunter Lance. It's a prediction, okay? This isn't a fact. Make that very clear now. I predict that in the final tier of relics in this league, there will be a choice that you can, one of the 3 choices you'll be able to choose will be to have access temporarily to a region you have not unlocked for an X amount of time. For example, say you don't pick desert, but you pick that relic. You will be allowed to go to the desert for 1 hour a day, for example. It won't force unlock the content for you, so you have to do it yourself. But I predict that there will be a relic somewhere around that field, which will mean that you should be able to not pick Asgarnia, because you'll just go to Asgarnia and it's going to take you an hour to get your defender. Then the next day, you get an hour to get your God Sword shards and pieces. So that's what I predict is going to happen. Could be wrong, but that's what they had in the archives for the last league. Don't see why they won't bring it to this league, because there's a lot more regions and a lot more content for people to choose from. Otherwise, looking forward to it. No other changes, no game updates, completely about a handful of miscellaneous bullshit changes no one cares about. Following the addition of Path of Glory, players who have earned 300 quest points are now able to access an additional Slayer block slot. So if you get your quest cape, from now on you get a new Slayer block slot, which is massive. Planks from the sawmill can now be placed in the plank sack automatically. Oh, that's cool, with the new pouch, with the new vouchers. I like that. Very interesting. And to be honest, no one else gives a shit. Oh no, actually this is huge. Right here, biggest update. So this is Jagex saving XP again. You know when you have a genie, but you click the bank, and then you close the bank, you kick the genie, and he fucks off? Not anymore. The genie, Dr. Jekyll, and Count Check himself will now be able to enter banks, which means you won't get fucked and you won't lose your XP. So that is one of the biggest updates of the year. Absolutely massive. Nothing else matters on here. No. And Oswald's have LMS again. Let's fucking gamble. BTC's real trades. RuneScape 3. It's fucking dog shit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for Rune News. This week, my name is Wade Green, and we've got the Third Age Felling Axe on the biggest rise. Look at this, at 85k and popping off. Now, this is a false price, and this is more of a warning than an investment piece for you guys in the RuneScape community. There have been rumors that people, I don't know if there actually has been a ban, but I know there's been fears of real-world trade bans when people are selling Third Age Felling Axes, because obviously the Grand Exchange says they're dirt cheap, but obviously it's a Third Age axe and they're worth billions, okay? So you need to just be very cautious when trading these outside of the Grand Exchange. I'm not even sure what price they're actually going for. My advice, if I were you, is to just not fucking touch it and let it settle. No one cares that you got the Third Age Felling Axe early. No one gives a shit. No one's gonna remember you when you're dead. So just put your ego aside and just use a normal Third Age axe, or get the felling handle yourself. Just wait. Don't trade them. It's just a waste of fucking time. Now we have the Dragon Axe on the decline for pretty much the same reason. Obviously, forestry hype built up the Dragon Axe value, and it's going to dip back down to the usual 60k piece of shit weapon that we all know and love. So if you got a Dragon Axe, now's the time to sell it. Now the Twisted Bow is a little more consistent, other than a few dips over here because of controversy, of course, with the Cox changes. But now that we know what's going to be happening with Chambers, and it should be happening very soon, either midway through Leagues 4 or when Leagues 4 is over, it's rather consistent and rather high, because they haven't actually fucked with the way that scouting is going to work for the raid, which means they're not going to completely ruin the raid, and instead they're changing the rules inside the raid, and it makes Chambers and Xeric overall just a much better experience and a much better time for everyone. So it's good to see the Twisted Bow staying strong and healthy, and a reminder that Turmeric and Shadow price is not affected by bots, just affected by you idiots and your dumb as shit opinions. And now we have the Mole Slippers, which, as you can see, is no better time to buy them right now. 750k. They're actually going for more than this in game. This is an illusion posted by Jagex from them to try and get people to stop buying the Mole Slippers. I recommend highly in investing when you can, because as soon as these start going back up and beyond this point here, right there, sorry, my bad, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So you want to make sure that if you want your best financial investment before these hit 30 mil by the end of next year, mark my words, or unsubscribe. Buy on the dip now, because you buy low and you sell fucking high. Just hold on, double figures are coming. Primordial boots will be the second most expensive boots to be using in combat behind Mole Slippers. Mark my words. That's it this week for the Grand Exchange update. Back to you, Ryan. Our first Ironman moment of the week goes to Thundercock, who got a triple Barrows chest. I got my first double Barrows chest yesterday. First one ever in like 22 years of playing this game. But this man got a fucking triple Barrows chest. I'm hoping they're all collection lot slots. I'm not sure. But to get coins and runes along with it, even though I know it's not a whole lot, that's one hell of a Barrows chest that you'd definitely be happy with, especially if they're all fresh Barrows items for your boy. Next we have Mr. Gaz pulling some Bandos Tassets, helping rebuild the Group Iron team and their banks. This is massive for him. He's pulled like 7 Tassets now, I'm pretty sure, on that account. Man is an absolute magnet for the Bandos gear. Looking good. Good to see the rebuilds going strong. And finally, one of the most disgusting logs in the game by Artorias. He has a 13 KC, let me move out of the way, Vestige from Whisperer. 13 KC. That's three rolls right there. He's rolled the ring 3 times. And on that disgusting note, it's time to end Rune News for this week. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Brian Ryan. Rest in peace to the hardcore, and rest in peace tomorrow with BTCs when the video comes out. Have a good night. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.